Good morning. I'm Nate. I'm just trying to get to work and why? Do da da do 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 do. So I don't know if any of you have used these Milwaukee jump packs. They're cool. I don't really recommend them though, but they're kind of confusing actually. So you turn the thing on, then it has to like build its load to do its thing. My goodness, I have to play this thing in fast motion just to get something done here. Anyway, this is my brother-in-law's Jeep. His grandma gave it to him. It's got a bunch of sentimental value. It's been in my yard for like 2 years. There goes my wife. I love you. Watching me. What's this dummy doing out screwing around with his phone? It's 25 degrees outside. Come on, let's go. All right, now we could flip it into Master Blaster mode. Now it's got to start over. Oh wait, no, we're good. Start this thing. Yeah, zoom, zoom. All right. Please get me to town. Well, guess I'm not going far right this second. Note to self. Squirters not squirting. Second note to self. Wipers do not park in correct location. Oh my gosh. The wiper switch. At least they're not in the middle of the windshield now. This is gonna be good. It's 20 something degrees outside and we're definitely gonna be sitting on the side of the road here in a few minutes. I did not realize how bad the headliner was until I turned the camera around to point at myself. Jeep things, you wouldn't understand. So this Jeep, the last time I drove it, I was headed out on a recovery with Casey to save that girl that was trying to get to Salem and it was coming from Sun River, and Google Maps took her out on a snowmobile trail.
By the way, Nate's coming on this one. He's stealing his brother-in-law's Jeep and gonna bring that because it kind of needs to be tested out too. Well, we were at the unload point and Nate broke down a few miles down the road back there. He didn't quite make it, but in typical Nate fashion, he flagged down a passing vehicle and he is now in these people's vehicle.
I didn't make it to the recovery. The transmission cooler line decided to leave the chat and emptied the transmission fluid all over the ground and all over the engine compartment. So 3, 2, 1. Casey ended up having to tow this thing back to my house and then having to go back out to where we dropped his the track Jeep. And anyway, so that's all done and behind us. I got the thing fixed, but I haven't driven it since. Like I mentioned, this Jeep has a lot of sentimental value to my wife's family. Their grandma passed away, shoot, it's probably been 10 years ago now. But when my wife's brother turned 16, she gave him this Jeep, and he's done the typical like high schooler kid Jeep build. You know, every dollar he has, he puts into the Jeep, and it's been I don't know, just a part of his life, you know, ever since he got his driver's license. So He's since got, he went off to pharmacy school, and he's got 2 kids and a wife now. So, Jeep projects are pretty low on the priority. Just, I kind of have ones that are that way too, but not the race Jeep. I'll show you Tater later. But yeah, so it just hasn't been a reliable vehicle. So I shouldn't say, I don't know. How old is this thing? I think it's a 90. So this thing is, what, 37 years old. So anyway, get this thing to the shop. Hopefully it makes it. I know enough people will get there eventually. But yeah, let's mess around with Hans's Jeep today. I think that's enough frost off the window. We can put this thing in drive and see where we need to tell Casey to come and get us. Man, I am really struggling with the whole short, not short, video, short, which way to hold the camera. This is, I was starting to film my next video, and I think half of it's this way and half of it's that way. So I think I'm gonna post it anyway. Who cares? You ever have those days when you get this big truck blocking the road and you're, not going very fast? Today's one of those days, but I'm just gonna hang out behind this guy because I don't really trust this thing to go much faster than this. So go get him, boys. Nate, we're gonna be YouTube famous, man. I don't know. People are asking for it, so.
What they're asking for.
Do they know what they're asking for? Oh, that's just a mind explosion. So today we are going to do an 8.8 swap in Hans's Jeep. Idea behind that: this is a Dan 35. This axle is barely worth putting new gear oil in. C-clip means that there's 2 C-clips here in the differential that hold the axle shaft in, and then you combine that with drum brakes. When you break a shaft, the wheel walks off. The other reason, this Jeep has terrible brakes. When you actually, when I was on my way into town this morning, there was a couple times that kind of had to anchor the brakes, and it was like, oh my God, is this thing gonna stop before I hit something? Didn't crash it, so that's good. We are going to yank this out. There it is. That little guy. That is out of a 97 and newer Ford Explorer. Same bolt pattern, 5 on 4.5. Takes a little bit of a conversion joint up here to get the drive shaft to hook up. But we ordered a swap kit from Barnes. Got some top plates, some new spring pads, U-bolts, shock mounts. Those guys didn't help. So yeah, let's get this thing out of here.
Come on.
Did you ask it nicely?
Please.
Please?
Get a running start.
That's a win. I just realized that I probably should have done that.
Probably.
Because
I squinted.
oh, you squinted? You wear contacts too, right? Contacts are considered
Yeah.
safety glasses.
They're impact contacts.
Impact contacts? Hell yeah. All right, let's get this thing off here. Oh, that pinion's gonna fall down as soon as I lift it up. Whoa. Bolts are hooked.
Yeah, the inner one.
Yeah.
You got a whopper?
Hammer. Hey. Yeah. Let it go. Cool. Yeah, that's all I got. I guess we can just roll it forward and pull the table out.
Hang on. I got it.
Stuff and things. I could take this sway bar. Oh! Of course, it's got that one.
You're good. Roll the table out.
We'll roll it out. Ta-da! This video is 12 minutes long right now, Nate. We're halfway there. We're also going to get rid of these wedges too, and the 8.8 Explorer rear end is spring under, which means the leaf springs come underneath, like the axle tubes up here. We're going to cut those springs off and keep it a spring over. This wedge is used for tipping the pinion angle up, and we're just going to weld the perches on in the right spot. So probably ought to soak those down. Those don't look like they're going to agree. Probably ought to just order new ones now. I wonder if the kit came with new ones. That's a negative, sir. Oh, yeah. Wasn't I saying just last week that, like, oh, leaf spring bushings aren't, you know, that's like a priority 3 level thing on an inspection, and here I am. Wrong again, Batman. You know how you fix that?
Just don't look at it.
4 control arms. Yeah. Don't do it, though.
Nope.
Oh, my God. If I 4-linked everything.
Weird. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. Spaceship will fly. All right. Well, I guess let's get this turd off of here and get the other thing on there.
Jesse stealing.
He's stealing. What do you think, Nate?
I said we grab the forklift.
Forklift? Okay.
Throw this in the scrap bin and pick that up.
Deal. Go get the forklift. Ah, forklift's outside. Look what I did. Oh, walked through the oil. It's like a big pet peeve of mine is walking through oil. Zoom zoom. I put it in go. Put it in go mode. Perch. Need a phone mount on this stupid forklift. Is that what it needs? That's actually a great idea. Can't see that other side. How's it look?
Hang on. Alright.
Am I hitting this side? Oh, I am.
Come on. Alright, go. Follow you.
Ta-da! Perfect timing, Glenn. I was just headed to the scrap bin with this thing. Open up your frunk. The parts driver for Ford. He drives a Lightning, so it doesn't have a motor. It has a front trunk. Nate, you should go open his tailgate. Of course. OSHA certified.
Get out of the way, I got it.
Hi, Glenn.
That fell out of your pocket.
Oh, all right.
I don't know if you wanted that.
Oh. Did you find that in your mom's room? Why does he have something like that? Glenn, you see how it wasn't used? Oh yeah, duh. It's Glenn's fault. Distracted me. You want to spin the axle around? Love you. Okay. Ah, Technologia. Is that? You want to scoot those out so we can cut all that shit off?
Yeah. Come in. You coming? Alright.
Ta-da! You want those stands all the way down? You good there?
Yeah, you're fine there.
Okay. Hi, Thomas. Yeah. I don't know if he knows yet. We're live on OnlyFans. All right. Don't go anywhere, forklift. So Thomas is one of my advisors. He's really good at his job. He's way better than I am. Oh,
Dutchman axles have a warranty.
Heck yeah.
Our custom axles we got.
That's really dangerous. They offered me that. All right, 48.8, 97 to what, 01?
I believe.
It's the small, the real Explorers, the ones that have a frame. So, yeah, we're gonna strip this thing down and turn it into a Jeep axle. Nate is great, full of great ideas.
All right.
Whatever.
Hang on,
I can't reach that.
Pause that.
He wants to pause it. Game on.
Game over.
Turns out Spotted Cutter doesn't like being tripped over. You know what? I tripped over the Spotted Cutter. Oh, shit. That fucking sucks. Oh. Well, that's not good. Okay, I'll fix it. I tripped over the plasma cutter lead and yeeted the hose out of the plug. Yep, it's the Nate show. All right, so it's days later, and the whole incident with the plasma cutter kind of put the video on hold. So now there's no longer a Jeep axle over here. It's actually installed. So I figured to wrap up this video, I'd kind of show you guys, you know, what all we did. All right, so again, Hans's Jeep, it's a 90 XJ. They're all the same from 87 to 86. Did a Ford Explorer 8.8 swap. These are really close to the same width as the factory Jeep axle, whether if it's the Danny 35 or the Chrysler 8 1/4. You put some 1-inch wheel spacers on it, and it brings it out really close to flush. This one's got some bushwhacker fender flares on it, but same bolt pattern, 5 on 4.5, and this does upgrade you to disc brakes. It is still a C-clip rear end, so if you break an axle shaft, you know, the C-clip is what keeps that axle shaft retained. But with this, you've got disc brakes, so the brake caliper, you know, is kind of holding on to that brake rotor to keep it from sliding out. But we ordered a swap kit from Barnes 4x4. It came with these top plates. It came with much longer U-bolts. We actually had some other U-bolts laying around. But it came with the perches and these shock mounts. And yeah, so I still got some zip tying to do here. Zip tie that brake line up so branches and stuff can't get a hold of it. Sorry you guys didn't get to watch, but it's all done now. Brake lines are all built, brakes are all bled. Oh, that was another thing too. We'll have to cover. The whole thing, the whole reason why we did this axle swap was because this Jeep had really terrible brakes, and but yeah, we got the brake lines all built, got the brakes all bled, and learned that it had the same problem as it did before. The whole reason we did this axle swap was because it had no rear brakes, and the Dana 35 is not worth putting new brakes on. So we're like, well, let's just put a rear end that has disc brakes in. So we did that and had the same problem. So ended up figuring out that the master cylinder, everything felt fine as far as the pedal goes. So it's kind of a weird symptom. I've never seen that before. But when we were bleeding these brakes, normally when you're bleeding the brakes, the pedal will go all the way to the floor. And this wasn't. Like you could stand as hard as you wanted to on the brake pedal and it wouldn't go to the floor. Nate was getting fluid out of the bleed screws, but it just felt weird when we were bleeding the brakes. And then 15 minutes later when we were messing around with it, we're like, all right, cool, well, still has no rear brakes. So we put a master cylinder on it, and it's got rear brakes now. So weird symptom for a master cylinder. I've never seen that one myself, but yeah, I guess one more project of Nate's done. Nate did fix the whatever this thing's called, the plasma cutter lead. So that's back up and running. Thanks, Nate. All right. Thanks for watching.